Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today there's drama in the air, and you've come to the right place to get the full story on what went down involving Shady Records recently, including how fans have reacted, including a heated back and forth between Westside and fans on social media. At the latter part of the video, we'll be covering some latest milestones for Eminem, so stick around. And as we dive in, if you're new to the channel, as always, remember to hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, like the video, and find me on social media for more at etlifestyle_web. So Westside was on the Joe Budden podcast recently, and here are some quotes that are relevant to this video from the interview, where Westside states, "I'm off Shady, I'm actually a free agent, it feels great. Who made the sunshine was it, I already spoke to Paul, everything's good." But here's another interesting bit from the podcast where he states, "I'm one of those type of dudes, I'm not no public talking brother, that's just how I move." Now here, Westside is claiming to move in silence, but if you've been following this channel, you know that is far from the truth based on all the shots he's taken at Shady Records recently. From complaining that Shady Records didn't acknowledge their BET nomination, to the more recent shade after Eminem gave Alchemist a shout out for his album The Food Villain just weeks ago. But the best part of this drama was yet to come. And before we get to that, Westside also talked about how Griselda's story is better than 50's Get Rich or Die Trying and Marshall's 8 Mile based on what they had to go through to make it here. And in response to the news about this, some users are wondering if 50 Cent will indulge in some trolling if news about this gets to him, but I'd say that's exactly what Westside wants by making that claim. In reaction to the revelation that he's left Shady Records, the user states, they felt Eminem and the label weren't doing enough for them. Maybe they don't remember how Conway complained about Eminem's fans calling us nerds and told the criticism surrounding M hurt him. So Marshall took a step back, ensuring creative freedom, still not enough. Just like Westside, Conway has his fair share of shade, from calling Eminem fans nerds back in 2019 that I covered on here, to the latest after he dropped his new project on social media. But some believe Eminem is solely to blame. Blame Eminem because he doesn't promote his artists. Eminem doesn't even promote his own music. These artists have to build their own legacy, their own fan base. Shake my head. You'd think it's common knowledge that Paul handles the management side of things as co-founder of Shady Records, but Eminem is solely to blame according to some, despite the backlash he received when he was more involved from Griselda fans when he jumped on Bang. And the narrative at that time was that he should stay far away from them, and it looks like Eminem was listening to their cries. Those of you that have read 50's latest book know that 50 stated that many artists fail to get what they want because they expect labels to do everything for them, and the user expands on that point. These guys seem to be going to Shady Records expecting to be huge superstars just by association, then get hurt when that doesn't happen. M is right to not go out of his way to force his artists down our throats. Grind and be nice on the mic, don't try to cheat the game, guys. And J. Cole is a testament to this, as he didn't rely on Jay-Z shouting him out every other day on social media to build his fan base, despite being signed to Jay. And on the situation, another user dropped this, which is why Joe had him on. Anything to justify Joe's grudge against M. We would still have Slaughterhouse if it wasn't for Joe's delicate ego. And moving on, there's been an interesting back and forth between Westside and fans. A user started a thread asking people to vote on the best Griselda member, and so far Westside is losing, and in the replies many users seem to believe Westside's voice is a turnoff, but he's a good artist. And after a user states, "His voice kills it for me, I'm good never hearing a hey yo or boom 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 ever again," Westside reacts with a laughing emoji. And after the conversation goes on, he adds, "That's actually a good friend of mine, but y'all some hating punks, that opinion don't even matter. I'm laughing at how rich I am on a jet right now, reading your miserable comments, lol." After a user states he's so rich that he's looking on Twitter and responding to people, never mind his nonsense. He responded because it struck a nerve because he's heard it plenty of times. He's overcompensating. Westside responds, "I'm never too good to speak to peasants. I actually enjoy it when I'm bored." To which a user reacts, "Peasants you reckon? These peasants made you, lol, humble yourself." Now this is ironic because in the Joe Budden podcast, Westside claimed he's not no public talking brother, and shortly after he's going at quote-unquote peasants on Twitter. But these users don't pull their punches with savage replies like this. Well, spend the time and go fix your voice. How are you 38 and your rapper voice is the voice of a pubescent child?
Not fair.
Moving on, Eminem's Godzilla is now the latest of his songs to top 500 million streams on Spotify, and with this, Eminem now has 10 songs on the platform that have topped the 500 million milestone. And this is coming just days after he topped equivalent sales of 3 million units in the United States. Let that sink in for a second. The rapper from the 90s now has 10 songs as the lead artist with over 500 million streams on Spotify. Comment below and see you on the next one.